and we're coming back right where we left off. It's day 97. The dragon is dead. I still haven't built a house. But we're here in the nether. We've got this portal. We have a moderate amount of space, and we're going to put the golden helmet on. I need to get home before these leggings get broken. We're not too worried about it. They can take a good beating before we get in too much trouble. So I just need to pop out really quick and get some cobblestone, because it's important to me that our nether travel appear to be relatively reasonable. Hi guys. So we're just going to get some materials real quick. I thought I would find something made of stone around here. You know, I bet I could get stone without trying too hard. I know how. I'll just dig down. There we go. Magnificent. Stone, just like I always wanted. I probably could have convinced the creepers to do a little bit of this for me, but I just need a couple stacks of cobblestone, and that should be enough to get us through the nether to where I want to be. And because my pickaxe is like super excellent, it actually won't take that long. And that's good news. Got off work a little while ago and thought to myself, I should go play more Minecraft. I'm only kidding. I was thinking about playing Minecraft basically the whole time I was there. It is a pleasant diversion. No, I mean, I do my job. I just think about Minecraft the whole time whenever I'm doing it. And I have to make like a really active effort to not talk about it the whole time. Bye. You wonder, don't I get tired of speaking all the time in stream? I mean, not yet. And there's plenty of, you know, lulls for me to be contemplative. But, so, you know, I like talking. Normally, I get the impression I'm not incredibly perceptive, but I can notice some things. Normally, I notice that people find me tedious and don't want to hear me talk. So here, where ostensibly people are here because they want to hear me talk, it's just a fun time for me to get to do the thing that I always want to do, which is wax poetic about absolutely anything and everything. And I have not yet exhausted my ability to be enthusiastic about Minecraft. It may never happen. Sometimes I just wake up and don't play a game anymore. But in the event that that happened, I would just play something else. And I would consider it much more likely that people get tired of hearing me before I get tired of talking, which, again, I do not criticize. Ah, Jolie, you're too kind. I thought of sitting out on the porch and hearing the wind, but I will do that after the stream is over. You stream also, and you get tired of talking? I suppose. You know, I might eventually. I haven't really been streaming that long, although I've made a bunch of YouTube videos over the years. I've just really been streaming for like about 1 month, a little under a month. But what I like is that it lets me play just a ton of Minecraft, because otherwise I would be like recording videos and then having to upload them, and I'd still be talking to myself, but you know, in a slightly different way. But now we've got plenty of cobblestone, and we'll be ready to make our way home. Right? We're going to put some more stuff in this box, and then we'll make our way home, because dirt is very valuable and I don't want to just throw it down. However, if I carry it with me, I will just throw it down because I don't care about it. We're about to run out of chicken. We should just, yeah, grab a hay bale real quick. I need a crafting table in order. Yeah, I need a crafting table in order to make bread. That makes sense. I don't have any wood on me. That's not great. So we'll go and grab just a little chunk here before we. Yes, why don't I put thumbnail? I am incredibly lazy. I have never edited a video. I think I have made one or two custom thumbnails out of the 800 some odd videos and things I've ever done. I, uh, I just don't care. I, yeah, that's the only real answer. I'm not interested in stuff like video editing or photography or still images or anything like that. So I just don't care, and I go for each video. YouTube gives me 3 different still images that are just a single frame from anywhere within the video, from anywhere. I don't know how they select them, but there are only 3, and from that I choose the one that I want to be the picture for the video. So sometimes I'll just sit here and look at another portal. I'm like, I wonder if that'll be the thing that I get to have for the video. And sometimes it'll just be me like looking really pensive at 1,000 chickens. I never really know. It's sort of a surprise for me as well. But for the stream, it automatically assigns one thumbnail once it's done, I've noticed. And then it gives you 3 more options, but you can keep the first automatic one. So that's very exciting for me. It's like a new bonus thumbnail. But anyway, what a fun question. Another opportunity for me to talk about how I am a really terrible YouTube creator. I just, yeah. I know I should do those things, and I know that people do care about them. I just don't. I'm unlikely to ever start caring about them. If if somebody like made me, if somebody like threatened me about it, then maybe I would start doing it. But beyond that, it's not likely. But speaking of threatening, the nether awaits. We're going to put the flint and steel into our bag there. I never made the bread, but that's fine. We can make the bread in here. Nothing's stopping us from that. Nether's a nice place to make bread after all. And 18 bread should be just fine to lead us all the way in. I think we'll leave this chicken first. Okay. Oh yes, this is going to be great. Maybe we'll get to move just through this one beautiful wall of netherrack all the way to the portal. What's this? This is ancient debris, incorrect for gold tool, needs diamond tool. All right, ancient debris. That's the special stuff, I think. That's like a real thing. We need to make sure to pick that up. Yeah, there you go. Hidden in the depths, we get an advancement for that. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Maybe that's the stuff for the netherite that one guy keeps telling me to make, and I'm like, I literally don't know how. I don't want to be mean to that guy. That guy is a valued viewer, and if you hear that guy, I really do like your suggestions. I quake under my inability to live up to your belief in my powers. But one day, perhaps I'll be able to do all of the things that you want. But I have now found one ancient debris, and that was a good goal. When you wanted me to get a full suit of armor, what I heard was, try to find one piece. Have I bought Minecraft? Yes, I bought Minecraft. It was actually one of the first things I did whenever I purchased this new computer. I knew that I wanted to play Minecraft, although I never had until like June of this year. So I will put that debris in the bag, as we are not likely to find more of it. Although we did just happen upon that one. I don't know how common it is. It can't be that common. I don't know what I should build my house out of. That's bad. I shouldn't have just fallen like that. I should have thought more about it. We will put little cobblestone things there. So you're safe in the nether until you aren't. But if you have a very solid defensive space like this, where you can back up and fight, basically no matter what comes at you, you should be fine. My PC specs, it's like a 14.9 series i9. I got a 4080 Super, 64 gigabytes of RAM. It's a real beast. All right. And that is why it's important to move, you know, deliberately. And we're just going to skirt along the edge here, and we're totally still moving in the right direction, just like we knew we would. There's a little bit of a problem there, but we're not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to keep on moving. Since we're going the right way, that would have been funny, and that would have been funny too. We're going to try to not angle the pickaxe down so much, since efficiency just churns through it. Gotta be careful about knocking down. But now knowing that ancient debris can just be hidden in places, I guess, we'll know to look out for it whenever we're traveling through the nether like this. And our pickaxe is very good at it, so that could be, alright, no big deal. We're just going to back up a little bit. We'll get burned like 12 times. I think this is okay. I mean, it will be once we stop being on fire. Can you stop, drop, and roll? Alright, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna not be on fire soon enough. Yes, I am from the USA. My home state is called Arkansas. If you're not from the USA, you would be forgiven for not having heard of it. And if you are an American, depending on where you're from, you may not really know how to find it on a map either. But everybody in Arkansas talks exactly like me. This is the regional accent. That's a lie, but I thought it would be funny to say it like that. But, so in the nether, when you're going through, like, there, you'll just, like, pop into a lava thing sometimes. It's usually not a lava lake if you're, like, somewhat high up, right? You're from Nepal? Oh, cool! Yeah, I am familiar with its existence, although I have never been, but very cool. Mountainous and such, famously. But yeah, I don't. I would love to know more. I haven't like taken a course in Nepalese history or anything, but I do know that it exists. I could find it on a map. But I have a pretty good grasp of geography, although not a great grasp of where it is wise to dig. No, that'll be fine. We actually need to put a couple more cobblestones down, because while this path is going wonderfully along the way, and while we don't really need cobblestone to tell us we're on the way here, in the long run, it's very important, because since I'm going to live forever, we're going to need this to be a logical space to build further in. There's a sort of whooshy thing going on there, but I think it's not too bad. It says we're in a crimson forest right now, so... And the piglin retreats. Alright, I think now we will dig down a little bit, because it sounds like over in that direction there might be something. So we're just going to dig a little staircase, because if we hit an open forest, now that we're in this biome and we hear all the piglins, if we hit open forest land, we're going to be able to just basically run all the way back the 100 blocks that we need to go, rather than gingerly chipping through here. but it's not all bad. The quartz gives experience for mending the pickaxe, which is very handy. And with unbreaking, it's not really any risk of popping, it seems. We're going to try to go down a little bit further now. Alright, that way does not look promising. Alright, I'm just going to need to chip that very cautiously. I break 3 things because this pickaxe is monstrous. Because that is not a promising way, we're just going to block it in entirely. And that way it will not be confused with the way to go. It's all whooshy sounding again. There's a hoglin around, which proves nothing. Are we underneath it? We're underneath it. Okay, there you go. That's funny stuff. Do I play any other games? No, not for a while. Since I started playing Minecraft, I have played almost nothing else. And I've just played little bits of other things. Alright, we're going to go up here. So apparently if we had stayed going straight, we probably would have ran into this place too, but that's alright. And we're just going to need to punch the hoglin with our stick. That was quite a knockback. Look around real quick, make sure nothing's too weird here. We're going to draw a little portal-shaped thing here so that it's very clear when we come back in the future where we want to be. And actually, looks like there's a cobblestone path right there. So it's very clear where we want to be. Now that means that I need to do something to differentiate this from the other one. But what to do? Quartz will be wonderful because there's not like freestanding quartz of these pillars here. So all right. We'll just chip away. No, we will chip away with an axe. Man, this doesn't want to break at all. Oh, it's supposed to be mined with a hoe. That would be why. That would be why. Oh no, I've dropped my bucket? Why would I drop my bucket? Oh, because of inventory nonsense. Right. And then I get my bucket, even though it may have been faster to just get another one. I love that bucket. It's been with me through many dangers. It's probably the same bucket. This will be, like, very obviously the place to go over here. And I'll just have to remember which one's which whenever we go there. No. The truth is that both of these are just traveling ones, and we'll figure it out. They might actually be quite close to each other, because the one on that side leads to the ocean, and we never dug up. What's my watch time in YouTube? In what time frame? And do I do a job? Yes, I work full time. I'm a cook. But yeah, the quartz will show us the way there, and that's actually a lot of hogs. So I'm just going to use traditional bow methods. It's actually a lot faster to kill them with the bow because I'm not good at killing them with the sword. They close the distance better than most mobs do. And I'm used to dancing backward and using evasion. Oh man, they are considerably more animal in their movements and unpredictable than most of the mobs in this game. But what they shouldn't have done was catch my notice. Alright, so we don't really need to know to come back this way at all, but that's another Wonderful win for nether travel in the books. Alright. That's all we have to do there. It's day 98, and I guess we should go home. You know, we didn't find Doug, but we could have. It was a good adventure. A drowned gurgles. Give me a trident. Okay, so first of all, that helmet is extraneous to my purposes now. Second of all, is there a trident anywhere? I actually don't care. Okay, I'm not going to say I don't care about the statistics. I do. I deeply care about how many drowned I've ever seen before I get a thing. I'm 38. But I want a trident, but not enough to keep track of every drowned in the world, because I have too much full of an inventory. I need to go home and see the pets. A wealth of drowned spawning, however, none of them with tridents. Very sad. Still, it is good to know that just down the river from where we live, there will be an opportunity for tridents, although none of these have tridents, as I do not have a trident. A suggestion of life, how can you grow in your life? If I like to suggest, oh, what an interesting question. You'll have to give me a second for that one. I don't want to give bad advice, but I don't want to give boring advice either. Although, most advice I would really give, as you can tell from the bookshelves behind me, would probably be from books, as they are the sources of most of the advice that I run with in my own personal life, or that I ignore while I'm supposed to be paying attention to it, as the case may be. But, real quick, we're just going to start moving some things out of the inventory, but which? Alright, the hay bales have no call being in with us right here, so we're going to move them over here. Alright, now I have to figure out where we're going to live, right? I don't know where we're going to build the house. I still haven't really thought about it very much. I know you guys don't think I'm joking about that because you've been here before, but I probably should start thinking about it, huh? The good news is, a whole lot of this inventory management was just moving out hay bales. And we don't need to put the netherrack in there. That's ridiculous. We need to just make another chest. I still don't know what I want to build out of. Alright, so netherrack, you can smelt it into something. Nether bricks, like in the fortress, maybe? That's right, there's a thing here. Okay, so... No. Yes, and a nether bricks. And then nether... debris gets into scraps, and then you use the gold for the thing, alright. So it would take, like, so much netherrack to make just a little bit of bricks. We could just go to a fortress and rip it apart. Do I know cricket? I do know cricket. I haven't played it myself. I've never watched a match in real life, but I have seen an excellent Indian film called Lagan, which is like a historical film, but it takes place in the context of a cricket match between Indian people and British colonizers that are there during the British Raj, and you really learn the rules of cricket in this movie. It's like 4.5 hours, I think, but an excellent film. I haven't seen it in like oh man, like 14 or 15 years, but it made quite an impression on me. I thought it was lovely, but I don't watch it currently. I know that it is big in the part of the world over where the Himalayas are, and that kind of thing, and in the Indian subcontinent, and that sort of that mountainous Central Asian area. I know, like, Pakistan has a team that does well internationally as well. And then I suppose the British people still play it too, which is probably where it came from. I confess I do not know the history of cricket overall, although I have seen people play it in movies. Yeah, Lagan, I think it was a huge hit as far as like Bollywood movies go, but I'm not an expert in Indian cinema. And Renee, I mean, as in the country India, not like Native American peoples. But I got distracted talking about a movie that I like, which is a thing you can expect from me. I am easily distracted by stuff that I find interesting. But, so what are we going to build out of? Stone bricks, very good. Stone, very good. We'll make more stone bricks. And then I need to... I need to find where the dark oak logs are. Yes, excellent. And we could start building out of these things, and that'll be good. Polished diorite, why not? Seems good. Orange terracotta, excellent. Now where? Is my name Targan? No. No, my name is Parker. Targan is the name of the line of the last kings of Rome. They were all really bad guys. No one ever has anything good to say about the Tarkans. And I don't either, to be clear. They were all really bad guys. There's basically nothing redeeming written about them. But then, they were not the people who wrote the histories. I'm sure they would have said something nice about themselves. Perhaps they had tremendous mustaches, and that fact is lost to time. It would be a happy coincidence, after all. But, where are we going to build? on the slopes of the mountain, slightly far away from the village. Over in the super dense cherry grove, which is the only answer that makes sense. I mean, we could build on the side of the mountain, though. That's a naturally occurring cherry grove also, and equally good to that. But that one, when I think of, yeah, we'll have to build it over here. It's the only thing to do. Ask if I watched Interstellar. Yes, I actually liked it quite a lot. All right, I should free the villagers. I forgot about this side. They were all locked up, or not. Does anyone even live in here? They might have teleported out when the raid ended. I don't know. I just need to go and check the other ones, because it's possible. Oh yeah, I didn't open up any of them. I just left. I opened up the library. Alright. The master farmer is about to go to work again. I still need to say hello to the crime family, but I need to let these guys out. My favorite movie is Pulp Fiction. It's not the best movie of all time, I think, but it's my favorite. My second favorite movie is The Departed, and that might be my favorite movie, but Pulp Fiction has been my favorite movie longer, and at a certain point you have to pick what counts, right? But those are my two favorite movies by a rather wide margin. Although I really like movies, and I have a big long list of ones that I love. And Renee, you asked like why I wanted to be a YouTuber, what inspired me to be a YouTuber. Well, I like in a technical sense, I suppose I am a YouTuber, but I'm just playing video games and talking to myself, and I have always wanted to do that. Whenever I was a little kid, I loved video games. To me, to paraphrase Goodfellas and corrupt it a little bit, to me, talking to myself while playing video games would be better than being president of the United States. Because I love playing games and I like talking to myself if it's about things that I think are interesting, and other people listening to me is just a cherry on top. And so basically, it's a perfect environment for me. Not least because I also have a degree of physical separation from people, and I can just ignore them if I want, which is good because in real life, I often get very anxious in social circumstances. And although I am capable of, talking reasonably well, I can get upset rather easily, and then I become less articulate. And I don't like that about myself. I like the person I can be when other people aren't around. And and that's probably why it generally appealed to me to play video games in the first place. I like video games because there are rules and they are clear, and then you can learn them and have a lot of like enjoyment out of it. And this just sort of ticks all the boxes for me. Am I married? No. No, I am not. Your favorite movie is How to Train Your Dragon? Excellent movie. Really liked it. It had like a TV show spinoff. I didn't watch like all of it, but I did watch like 10 episodes one morning at one of my friends' houses, and I thought it was pretty fun. Renee, you say your favorite movie is Maleficent? I liked it. I didn't see it in theaters. I waited until it had a home release. All right, so Dense Cherry Grove home. Yeah, it'll just be a little bit of a hassle to move the pets over, but all right, not much, right? The only problem is Garuda. I shouldn't say that. The only thing is moving Garuda. Can we get him in a minecart and then just... I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't put him in a minecart. This is exactly the same as building a house. It's exactly the same as building a house. Alright, so... Where do we want to live? In the meadow? Gah, agonizing. I have an idea. Why don't I just not figure out where we're going to live the whole time? First of all... Alright, first things first. Crafting table. Very important. Alright, so now I need to figure out what I'm doing. I'm just throwing everything in here because I'm over it. No, I need my bundles. Let's not be silly. Throwing everything else that's not a bundle in here. Which is good, because now we have space, right? Now there's space in the inventory. Maleficent is a Sleeping Beauty spinoff. Maleficent is the name of the dragon lady in Maleficent. You ask which god I follow? None of them. I'm a Buddhist, but not in like a deeply religious way. But if I had to pick one, that's what I would say. But really, I don't believe in a god or gods. But I like Buddhism a lot. It's my favorite one. And they are the metaphors and symbols that speak the most to me. The tenets of Siddhartha Gautama are, to me, the beautiful center of the world religions. I like the idea of there being many different paths to choose to it. I rather like Hinduism a lot too. Although I am nowhere near being a Hindu. I am rather close to being a Buddhist because, well, there's no one in charge of what makes one, which is another thing that I like about it. I am not a chef, I'm just a cook. There's an important distinction, but basically, I'm just a cook. I like to think that I'm pretty good at it, and I take it quite seriously. But at the end of the day, I am not a chef. A chef is a specific kind of job, and I do not do that job for a living. But philosophical, I hope so. I certainly aspire to be philosophical. Yeah, Gautam Buddha, absolutely. Siddhartha, yep. He's the guy. Jolie, stop it. We don't say that. We only say that to troll people. But I don't do it for a living, but if there was like a chef of chocolate chip cookies, then people would probably call me that. But there's not. Nobody calls you a chef for making chocolate chip cookies. It's not a thing. Alright, this is exactly the same. Exactly the same as building a house. But, fortunately, we'll note that I didn't say I was going to build a house. I questioned if I would. I don't know why I thought walking out here into this field and hitting zombies would help me think about it. But really, how does anything lead to anything else? Well, there's not a literal connection, dude. But maybe, you know, we'll just blow some stuff up with these creepers. Oh yeah, I'm low on food. Did I put my bread somewhere? Oh, agony of agonies. Why am I the way I am? It'll be okay. We'll just have to go over in this direction and find food that's not rotten flesh before we die. It probably won't be too tricky. Probably. Ah, one single delicious carrot. That will go far. Alright, I need to get food. We need to say hello to the crime family. But above all, even though we are desperately hungry, we're going to replant a field. Because you can't ever expect to live forever unless you plant fields. Do I do meditation? Yes. I think it is a good idea for everyone. But we return here. Garuda! And then we got Luca here. We don't have a name tag for Luca yet, very sad. And Bella is still, you know, being a hilarious cat, but she is hanging out in the library right now. We're going to go ahead and lay down for the night. His enrichment time is enclosure. The leather tunic we don't need at all. But yeah, look, a dragon egg, because I killed a dragon. Does meditation really help? What benefits do I see? Well, I would say that anything is not certain to work for any specific person, right? Especially in the terms of like trying to get psychological benefits or mental health benefits or any sort of peacefulness or the realm of philosophy or anything like that. Like everybody's different. That's not a trite expression. It's just a hedge against me generalizing, which I'm about to do. I think in general meditation would help most people. Um, it's been demonstrated in various like rigorous studies that I think showed respectable data that meditation is a useful thing. It lowers stress levels, blah 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 blah. I would have to get the papers up in front of me to make the specific claims. It's been quite some time since I looked into it, but one of my professors, whenever I was at university, I didn't graduate, but I did like 94 hours, and I was a psychology major uh, and a chemistry and biology minor. So it's like sort of like my academic background. Although what I really love is like novels and poetry and stuff. What I studied in school was psychology and biology and chemistry. And then I took like elective history and stuff like that. But Garuda, yes, is like in Hinduism. That's what I named my pet chicken. He shows up in all our hardcore worlds. Yeah, he's the bird that I think Krishna. I believe it's one of the avatars of Vishnu. I think it's Krishna rides around on. Renee, you ask. I'm in the middle of my family. I have older siblings and younger siblings. Patrick, you meditate by listening to ex-military. That is a way to meditate too. I don't want to tell you it's wrong. I do want to tell you that in all of this time, I remembered to make bread, so that's good. None of you thought I was gonna build a house, right? No, nobody thought I was gonna do that. Alright, we need levers, which fortunately we can make up here. And I guess, yeah, we'll just continue going straight until we can't. And this will allow us to move forward, and then we'll piece together the speed increases that we need to go along the way as we go. And anything that stands in our way will be swiftly cut down. Or, moderately swiftly. Our axe could be better. Oh, you follow Hinduism? Oh, very cool. Yep. I don't follow Hinduism, but I love the Hindu religious text. The Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata. I think they're really really beautiful and very interesting. I actually, like, from a literary standpoint, consider them to be like vastly more important and more beautiful to like world religions than any of like the foundational like Buddhist texts. Like I really think stuff like the Gita and the Mahabharata are wonderful, and like the Ramayana as an interior story is like just so good. Like every bit of all of the arcs, it's very fulfilling, and there's been like really great interpretations of it in various media. Good stuff. All right, do we need to? Yeah, we're gonna curve here, but that's not how to curve. That is how to fail. It'll be all right. We'll do it right now, and then sometimes you can do it, but I think it's only when you go down or something. That won't work, but this will. Learning all the time. All right. I think with rails, you just sort of gotta believe sometimes, though. And we'll go up to the top here. And then eventually get distracted and never complete the railroad line? No, I'm not willing to believe that. Now that we've beat the game, there's nothing to stop me from building a rail line that stretches from here to the horizon. I mean building a house. There's nothing to stop me from building a house. What do I think of Islam as a religion? I think the Quran is a really beautiful book as well. I think it's a really, really awesome work of poetry. Really excellent. I would never be tempted to follow Islam like I would be perhaps tempted to follow Buddhism or Hinduism or something. It wouldn't be one that appeals to me personally. But I have many Muslim friends, and it works well for them. But their book is wonderful. Just incredibly excellent. My favorite book of any, like, religious tradition at all, though, is the Book of Job. I think the Book of Job is just like front to back. It's the best. I love the Book of Job. It's so dark and confusing and twisted and strange. I've always loved it since I was a little kid, and I continue to like it. Alright, now we'll need to build a little pathway over, which we will do with cobblestone, Jolie, you know, it's pronounced differently. Only be who I am. The guy who's gonna build this bridge terribly. Oh man, why? Why? There we go. Alright, the third person's not working, but nothing is. Alright. Maybe first person is better. Yeah, we gotta find what angle we can go at with the mouse, so there we go, maybe here. Yeah, it's still drifting a little bit, we'll need to reposition. You gotta pitch your cursor down strangely, but I think we're actually making decent progress. Really riveting visual stuff, there we go. And now the cobblestone stretches across the way. And we are so close to making our way to the Cherry Grove with a railway. And that's exactly the same. Exactly the same as building a house. I'm glad you noticed. Why don't I make a Minecraft server? I mean, like a million reasons. It's not something that appeals to me. I have a friend that has a server, and we haven't played together yet. I don't know. I like playing hardcore by myself. I could see that it might be fun to play with other people, but I've never played Minecraft with anybody else. But, I mean, a big reason why I wouldn't want to have my own Minecraft server is because I don't want to be responsible for people I don't know, right? If I just, like, play in some public game, then whoever runs that game is responsible for it. But if I have a Minecraft server, if people do any number of awful things, then I have to, like, deal with it because it's my space. And I don't even want to think about that. I don't ever want to have to deal with anybody else's bad behavior. Anytime I have to do that, I'm likely to act incredibly excessive because I hate having to deal with people unless I choose to do it. But I don't ever want to, like, have to do it. If somebody forces me to deal with them, I'm never going to be pleased. And that is a big reason why I would never want to run a server. I get, like, way too mad way too easy. I would not be a good moderator. I would just, like, be banning people left and right. People would get so mad at me. Like, I'm excessive. I have some coworkers in the chat right now, I think, at the moment, so they could totally vouch for how little I enjoy having to deal with other people's deficiencies as I perceive them. If they want to, they don't have to, you know. They're free to pretend that I'm a nice person, but you know what I really am. So, now the rail line stretches. However, a creeper could blow it up. We need torches for the whole thing. There's no power. But the rail line's there. Okay, let's build a little bit of a house. Hey guys, it's day 100, by the way. Well, now we have to go home. Dance party! We can speedily run down the track, which we know will lead us directly, with a couple of turns, directly, more or less directly, back home. And if we only had the proper minecart accessories, we would be able to just faster than a speeding bullet be getting here. But as it is, we will furiously run home to the crime family and have a dance party. And it occurs to me that we are rolling in upon midnight anyway. But I'll probably try to squeeze a little bit of extra time out. Oh no, get out of the bed. Yes, there we go. A seed for Garuda. And we're going to open the door to try to get Bella inside. Come on, Bella, please. And now she immediately sits on a box, of course. Anyway, Bella has a mind of her own. But we will leave the door open. We've got Garuda here. There's plenty of golems to protect us. We will eat some breads. You know, we didn't build a house, but the question was, would we ever build a house? We will keep our wheat in the hand there, so Garuda will stay put. And then we've got our disc. It's time to dance. Luca knows what time it is. We need another name tag for Luca is what we need. More seeds for Garuda. He is voracious and brave. You know, this is a good little house. If only Bella would come inside. But you know, she likes to do everything her own piece. A lot of F3 going on there. Alright, Garuda's popping around. Is she probably just sat right back down on the box. No. She's probably out adventuring somewhere. Bella, please come home. Yes, right here, Bella. Yeah. We could all just walk inside. You and me and Garuda, we could all just walk inside. Yes, right here. She's not gonna do it. She got distracted. Just cat things. You're right, Renee. We are just living in an apartment. We just moved right in. But someday we might build a house. I think it was more than 100 days before we built a house in the other world anyway. So... Bella's never gonna come inside again. Just why won't she, though? We need a bigger house? Yes, please, Bella. Oh, come on, Bella. You're killing me. Please come inside. Look, Bella, you can come and lay down on the bed. Yeah? Yeah? Hooray! At last! She's back inside again. Alright. The crime family back together again. Noble Garuda, the boss. Belladonna, Consigliere. And Luca, who doesn't have his name tag now, but we know Luca. Whatever happened to him in the past, long forgotten, he's here now. Good stuff. And now it's time to forget that we had Bella lay down on her chest for the night anyway. But laying down is very important for the thing. All right, now we will tell her to sit down. We don't need her to sit there. We need her to sit somewhere else. We're absolutely not walking out of here until Bella gets off of the box, though. All right, please get off of the box. We can't forget her again, though, because I will just absolutely die inside. I literally don't know what you're talking about, Renee. That didn't happen. There was a thunderstorm, there was a flash of light, and nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened. But it was terribly sad. But what's important is that Luca reincarnated, and we found him again. And now everything is better. That's what matters. Here on day 101. But you guys know what time it is. We're getting close to my bedtime. So just wanted to say, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out here for the 100th day and finding out that, surprise, I was not going to build a house. There's actually a technique in journalism, I think, I might just be making this up, where you can tell that the answer is no if they ask the question in the headline, right? Like, if somebody asks in a headline of a news article, will this guy ever build a house? No, he's not going to build a house, or you wouldn't have said it that way. You would be like, dude builds a house. And so when you read the title of the stream, you should have known, not like I'm trying to blame you, but you should have known that I wasn't actually going to do it. But it's time for me to go and sit on the porch and listen to the wind a little bit and scratch the dog's head, tell him that he is a good dog and a handsome dog and all of that kind of thing. Thanks, everybody. Filmy, it was wonderful to make your acquaintance. I saw that you subscribed. Very cool. Very cool. Hope that you'll continue to like the content I stream almost every day. I missed one day in the last month or so since I started streaming. I was playing a different game with my friends. But good night, guys. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I might be in like a super foul mood, and if I am, then I might stream planting wheat with my camera and microphone off or something. Planting wheat always makes me feel better. It's a meditative thing without being meditation. So if you don't want to meditate, or you don't feel ready to meditate, perhaps get into Minecraft and just plant a lot of wheat. It always makes me feel better, and it might for you. But Filmy, I promise to think of advice or whatever, but this won't be advice, really. It is. It's longtime viewers may have heard me say this before, but Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, my favorite Roman emperor, wrote this book. He didn't mean to write a book. I'm not going to do the whole history of it, but Meditations. Number 1029 is my favorite, and it goes like this. And stop whatever you are doing for a moment and ask yourself, am I afraid of death because I won't be able to do this anymore? And I really like that meditation. And without being too corny, if you were to tell me, this is like, there's other meditations about this subject too, you know, like, but if you were to tell me this morning, like, you're gonna die tomorrow, I would still want to play Minecraft tonight. I would still want to plant the wheat there, because I play hardcore Minecraft. You could die from anything. I've died from the dumbest stuff. And the world is like that too. But the beauty that you can find in the world, that's always accessible, but you don't have to find it. You can play Minecraft any way you like, and you can navigate the world any way you like. But if you do it in a way that provides some semblance of order to you and helps you organize things in a way that resonates with who you are as a person, then you probably will be able to think about that meditation of Marcus Aurelius and think, I am afraid of death because I want to keep doing this. This is a good life. Playing Minecraft and hanging out, this is where I want to be. And that's me. I'm having a great time. But it really is time for me to shut up because my brother needs to go to sleep, and so too do I. It is a little after midnight. I think, yeah, you say it's about 12 hours ahead there. Makes sense. But time for me to go to bed. So, see you guys.